Hello people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sorin and today we're going to take a look at Tomato GG. We're going to take a look at the best tank to make credits in World of Tanks, and that is, well, starting off with the ISU 130. This tank we do not have on the European server, so we're going to skip it. So the most profitable tank, it's making 51,500 credits profit per battle, and that is the EBR 75 FL10. This vehicle, it's a tier 8 French light tank with a 2-shot autoloader gun, a small pew pew gun with a really good APCR and really good HE rounds. I pretty much the HE rounds are the best on this vehicle because you can shoot 2 times 260 HE shells with 75 meters of pen, meaning you can do devastating damage at tier 8. So yeah, combine that with really cheap shells. I think it's around 250 or 400, 500 credits per pop. So considering that people are not really firing the hit, they're mostly firing the APCRs because of good velocity and the HE because of the good damage. Yeah, this tank is getting quite profitable because obviously the cost per shot it's kind of low, and on top of that the repairs are really low as well because obviously because it's a light tank. And let's actually jump into some statistics to see how this tank is performing. So 128,000 battles for the European server, insane. Average win rate of 53.35. So yeah, this vehicle has quite of a high win rate. 930 alpha, 930 average damage, it's not the best, but obviously it's a light tank, so yeah, you still can do as a light tank, you still get a lot of credits for doing the assistance, so that is fine. In terms of the loadout, how people are playing with this vehicle, obviously optics, vents. Oh, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to see a CVS system on this. Interesting setup with the CVS. Because obviously you don't have the most view range, you pretty much want to use bond optics and bond ventilation. And the third slot is something that probably improves your something that you are good at. So for example, if you want to to snipe with this vehicle and to play it at like a passive scout, you can use like a bounty exhaust system, or you can use like I don't know what, probably like a bounty aiming, but yeah, I don't recommend that because this thing is not popular. But obviously if you want to make yourself the review of this vehicle, as you can see, the most popular devices on this vehicle, the most popular equipment are the optics, ventilation, and the CVS. And yeah, this is the vehicle. Let's see how this vehicle performs. So Westfield are winning the most matches, whereas still over 50% win on Proforovka. So yeah, this light tank is really good. It's sneaky, it's fast, and it's kind of really good for tier 8. Next, the second vehicle doing 50,000 credits as profit per battle is the Peregrine, which is the IS-3A with 37,000 battles. Yeah, this vehicle is not as popular with a 52.78% win rate, where yeah, you're doing more damage, 1.5k almost average damage. This vehicle is good, what I can say. I really want to get myself one. And similar tank index. So you can actually have an index to see what tanks are the most pretty much the same. IS-3 is pretty much the same, the Byzante is pretty much the same, but yeah, at the same time they're not the same like I expect the Byzante. But in terms of this vehicle, it is actually really want to get one myself. I cannot say that it's overpowered, but I can say because you obviously have a reverse autoloader 3 shells, meaning if you are about to die, you can still do 1200 damage within like 6 seconds after the first shell. So in terms of the loadout, obviously vertical stabilizer, improve ventilation because you cannot use a rammer, and aiming device because well, the tank's gun handling is not the best and is not the most accurate, but as you can see, you can take in consideration using the improved hardening, the turbocharger, or improved rotation mechanism with vertical stabilizer and vents combined to get yourself the best in class gun handling, to say so. But yeah, as you can see, some people are using even the gun lane drive, which is kind of it's kind of unusual piece of equipment, but some of them are even putting their Bond improved configuration. That is madness. I really love this website and all of those statistics. Next, in terms of the win rate, pretty much all the maps where you don't really need that much gun depression, and they have a city as well, but you're not winning Mannerheim Reign, Prohorovka, Sirin Coast, and well, I did not expect to not win Abbey as much. But yeah, as you can see, open maps, this tank is where you're not enjoying yourself as much because you cannot really snipe. Next, the third most, the best credit maker, it is the Skoda T55, actually T56. This vehicle, I have just released a video about it. I will not really release a review about it. This vehicle is a 2-round autoloader gun with insane firepower for a tier 8. Obviously, the tier 9 has 440. This thing has 460. So after 3.5 seconds, you're gonna do 920 on average if you can penetrate. But the bad things about this vehicle, it's the low AP pen, and pretty much you need to fire a lot of AP, premium AP to actually penetrate reliable. But 400,000 battles in the last 60 days, this vehicle is popular. It's winning 53% of its games. It is, yeah, pretty much tier 10 3-mark requirements. So yeah, this tank, it's really tough. I mean, it's mobile, you have good turret armor. I cannot really say that this has the best kind of gun handling, but if you're patient and yeah, you can still get rewarded. So an average of 1.7k damage with the loadout of vertical stabilizer, improved ventilation, and turbocharger, because this tank doesn't have the best, well, it's quite mobile, but it's not the best mobile, to say so. But on top of that, you can opt for an improved aiming class, just to get yourself slightly better accuracy and more hit points as well. Those 5 pieces of equipment are pretty much the best things that you can combine. And once again, it really depends on your playstyle. Next, talking about okay, some people are actually using grousers on this, and come on it. Okay, I did not expect this one coming in. But in terms of the maps, well, doesn't look like there is such a high disparity. Or the Prohorovka, it's not enjoyable of this vehicle. As you saw from the game that I posted, yeah, this tank is not doing well at long ranges. But other than that, it's doing good. I mean, it's 52 to 54, so it's not such a high disparity. So what I can say about this tank, it is very, very consistent. Next, at number 4, we have a vehicle that I actually have, and it is quite enjoyable, and that is the Byzante C45. This is a tier 8, the only tier 8 premium tank from Italy, with a 3-round auto reloading gun. Well, the DPM is not the highest. It's still 200,000 battles played, so it's quite still popular. Doing 1,400 average damage, which means on 4 shells on average. Out of nowhere, people are starting to play good, because as you can see, this spike into the 3-mark of excellence, but I think that's good. Yeah, what are here as well? 51% win it. Yeah, this vehicle is not winning a lot. Average lifetime 5 minutes. Okay, the matches are way too fast, and this vehicle, it's because the DPM is not that good. If you fire 3 shells, you're gonna reload for 14 seconds, and yeah, you're not gonna have the DPM to engage. But I think this is why this vehicle, it's not winning the most. In terms of the loadout, vertical stabilizer, vents, and aiming class. Actually, don't use aiming class. I actually use improved rotation mechanism. But I think I might improve my aiming personally, but I don't know what to say. There is also improved hardening, which is a good choice. Or some people actually want to use a turbocharger, but I don't recommend using the gun lane drive. Other things quite unusual here. Okay, once again, people are playing with Camonet, which I don't know what they are doing, and more of them are playing with grousers, which, I mean, there is like okay thing, but yeah, Grousers, quick tip, grousers are good if your speed is higher with grousers than with a turbocharger. So that's the only thing you can use grousers for. But in terms of win rate for the maps, oh boy, yeah, 52%, 53% actually highest win rate on Sirin coast, whereas on Malinovka, Studjanki, Prokhorovka, yeah, this vehicle. Once again, this vehicle is not good for the long ranges. It's slow. I mean, actually 50 km an hour, I don't think it's slow, but the power to weight ratio is kind of killing it. In terms of turret time, it's very good, and it's very flexible with 10 degrees. But yeah, once again, you have the long reloading time. If you fire AP, then pretty much for 40 seconds you need to reconsider reloading a new clip. If you use intuition, it's gonna load only one shell. So yeah, it's more a difficult time to play, from my opinion. But it's still doing good. Credits to their owners. And last but not least, it is the Mars. This is the Progetto. Actually, I think it's the Progetto that you could get yourself for having like millions of credits. So this is why this thing is doing much better than the Progetto, because there are more dedicated players that bought it, and they're better in it. Well, they're better because it's having higher statistics, because the Progetto you can buy with money, whereas this vehicle was a limited edition. But this vehicle, 14,000 battles. So yeah, people are not really playing it with a 53% win rate. I think that's good. 1.6k average damage with 500 assists. That's 2.1k average damage. That's really good. That is very, very good from my opinion. Yeah, what I can say, this vehicle is solid. It does have the it doesn't have the armor, but it has mobility, view range, gun handling, DPM. But yeah, once again, it doesn't have the most armor. But what are the loadouts? Well, there are kind of a big disparity of loadouts here. Improved ventilation, class 2, obviously, because you want to get yourself better DPM. Vertical stabilizer, personally, I don't think I mean, actually, yeah, you could use vertical stabilizer just to have much better gun handling, but I think the Progetto gun handling is actually quite good, and optics to spot for yourself and for your team to get yourself more assistance. Other than that, you can put actually you don't really need improved aiming class, because I think the tank is pretty accurate. A turbocharger, sure, you can contest some of key position early games, and obviously you can jump into the bond section, whereas 15% of the people are using their bond equipment in here, and pretty much 8 of them are using their bounty version of the equipment, which I think that is quite interesting data. And for once again, for some reason, people are using the bond gun lane drive, and yeah, once again, come on, it actually binoculars car is not actually the worst deal over here, but yeah, and those are pretty much loadouts for 2.8 kW8. I'll take that. But yeah, in terms of the holy moly, in terms of the maps, 900 battles from Karelia, 64% where this vehicle it's killing it. But on Redshire there is 45% winner. So yeah, this data it's not the most accurate, because this vehicle it's very, as I mentioned, because it doesn't have the armor. Obviously, if you made a mistake, then you're down for. You're gonna be sent straight to the garage. But yeah, you can see on Murovanka, on what else is there, on Karelia, Glacier, Live Oaks, Lakeville, El Haluf maybe, on Mines, Mannerheim line, Malinovka. Yeah, people are doing really good on this vehicle, because obviously of the gun. You can really snipe and rely on the gun with this vehicle. So in this video we had it all. We talk about the top 5 best credit makers in World of Tanks. So yeah, between 52 and 46k profits per battle, pretty much in 6 minutes to say so. So yeah, but yeah, you can see the credits per cost. I mean, the Skoda is really reliable on their premium rounds, whereas some tanks are actually fine using their standard rounds. Like I think the Progetto standard rounds, once again, doesn't have the highest penetration, but obviously if you want to fire the APCRs you have over longer distances, you have pretty much the same, well, pretty much the same, but still 10 to 20 millimeters more penetration over 500 meters. So yeah, there we had it, guys. Hopefully this video was fun, hopefully it was informative, and I will see you legends in the next one. Bye bye.